Ace is a place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I got my Christmas lights out. They're a huge, tangled, non-working mess.
I showed Dominic our LED light sets. They last longer than traditional lights, and they're on a reel, so they're easier to handle.
Ace is a place that knows nothing takes the joy out of Christmas like untangling lights that don't even light.
Visit your neighborhood Ace now and get $3 in instant savings on select reels of LED holiday lights. Ace Rewards members save instantly in-store. Offer valid through November 30th at participating stores. Store stock only. See store for details. Limit 4.
Back here on the Bernie and Sid Show on 77 WABC. Donald Trump feeling a little confident out there. Actually, he's staying on message. You have to hand him that. He didn't take the bait with with the retread, Alicia Machado.
Yeah. Well, I gave him credit in the first segment.
Good. So you know who's joining us in studio right now?
Who's that?
Well, he's the next mayor of New York City. He is.
In fact, you can check out what he's doing and donate and do all those cool things online at boformayor.com. That's BOFOR mayor.com. And let me just say this to Bo. I have a soft spot in my heart. I'm a Met fan. So when somebody says to me, what's the greatest World Series game of all time? You've got a million choices. They'd all be right. But I go back to Game 6, Mets and Red Sox of 1986. But Bo Dietl's contention is the greatest World Series game ever took place in Cleveland last night.
I watched it to the end. I wanted to go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep, and I thought it was great. You know why? Because it was two vanilla teams, two mid-America teams.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was rooting like hell for Chicago because 106 years, and these guys are regular guys, and they complimented the Indians back and forth. Class. It was great for baseball, and it was wonderful. And it's a melancholy thing because it's bitter and sweet. We do know the great city of Chicago. They have, I think, 620 dead this year, about 5,000 shot. This past weekend, 17 young African Americans were shot dead in Chicago. Where in the hell are these politicians talking about that? We have more people killed in Chicago than Kabul, Afghanistan. Nobody's dealing with this. 17 dead African Americans. Where is that mumble mouth Jesse Jackson? Nowhere.
Racism.
And you want to know something? I do have the cure, and it's a very simple cure. In America, we have a thing called RICO, and RICO is a organized crime thing. When 5 or more together for criminal enterprise, you put it together, and they face 20 years with that. So you have any kind of drug deal, gang activity, shootings, anything like that, you put it under RICO. Like they went after the Gumbaz, all my Italian friends there, they locked them up, 100 Gambino guys. So here's what we do. We RICO-tize these gangs in Chicago, and we round them up, we hit them with warrants, we take the guns off the street, we take the guns off them, the gangs are the people killing people in Chicago, and we can take them out under the federal RICO law. What are we waiting for?
Come on, Ron Emanuel, wake the hell up.
Good idea.
I'll teach Ron Emanuel.
See, this is why Bo needs to be mayor. He's got ideas that are realistic, and he's not building walls.
Well, I got more ideas. I got more ideas, too, in New York City here. I'm a little upset about the premature ejaculation of the mayor and the police commissioner
over the shooting up in the Bronx.
Yeah, like we weren't there yet. Why can't we wait for the investigation? Maybe the sergeant was wrong.
The lady was shot.
Yeah, well, maybe the sergeant was wrong, but damn it, give him the opportunity. Let's investigate it. My thing, too, is I got another answer for that. You know, I went through...
You fired Jimmy O'Neill.
15 years I went through to New York City. I never used lethal force on anybody. I've been stabbed. I was hospitalized 30 times, fractured skull every day. Here's what we got to do. We got to bring the nightsticks back. You know why?
Oh.
So if this woman had a bat in her hand, you break her friggin' arm.
Right.
She got a knife. Guy's got a knife in his hand. Bust his wrist. Go out there. Don't shoot people.
Give him
shootings are up now. You know what?
A wooden shampoo, they call it.
And
right?
You break the wrist. Somebody has a knife, you break his wrist or her wrist. And you know what? Put a cast on him rather than put a bullet in him. My point is, when a cop comes out with his gun these days, a lot of the guys got to do some push-ups. They got to be like Sid, get to the gym a little bit. And what they got to do is, when you confront someone like that, I'm not talking about a guy with a gun that's shooting at you. You got to do what you got to do. And any cop, I'll never second-guess a cop. But I'm talking about inferences where they have some weapon in their hand. The nightstick was great because you could whack them, and you hear it crack. Ooh. And then you rather put them in a cast than put a bullet into a casket.
Of course. You want to keep, because then they remain alive.
And
Absolutely.
You know what? We got to bring a lot of the cops back in for retraining to deal with this crap because there's too many shootings. Guns are going off a little too much. And you know what we got to do? We got to start using non-lethal weaponry. You also got these things where you pump out a net over somebody. We got to think about it because you know what? We got to be a kinder and gentler police department.
Yes, that's the kind of mayor we need.
And we got to work out a little bit. And we got to be, I'm 65 years old. I'll still do 80 push-ups.
Exactly.
And we got to get some of these cops to start working out a little bit so they can tackle these guys.
That's right.
And that's it. And the guy, and I'll say
Dunkin' Donuts in the morning.
We can't.
Well, take it easy with the Dunkin' Donuts, all right?
Don't be slamming.
Don't
cops.
be slapping my cops around. I love the police department. I love the fire department. I love New York.
Yes.
And being that my blood is ethnicity of everybody, I love Asians. I love Indians.
Oh, yeah.
I love blacks. I love Jews. I love everybody.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm going to be the mayor. The mosaic of New York is in my blood, brother.
Again, check
and I'm
out
2% Jew.
Go online today, BoForMayor.com, BoForMayor, BoForMayor.com, and let's get Bo into office next year.
I got to ask Bo about this Anthony Weiner thing.
Yeah.
You know, the NYPD was investigating him, and then the FBI got involved.
Yep.
What do you know about it?
Well, you know what? I do know a lot about it. Because when you do an investigation where you have interstate, like North Carolina, New York, when you had the allegations against this creep, and, you know, he's going to a drug rehabilitation, sex rehabilitation. 20 years in hard time that son of a gun should do. You want to know? So they're doing that so they can go to the judge. Hey, judge, I've been in rehab for my sexual compuntation, and you know what? I've seen the light. That's crap. Go to jail.
Totally.
That's a child that he was involved in. That's what they call child pornography, and he should go away for 20 years. Maybe if Hillary wins, she'll pardon him. And Huma Duma, maybe she'll get pardoned too if Hillary gets elected.
Maybe she'll pardon herself.
So the bottom line is when they had the laptop, the New York City Police Department detectives get a warrant, they get the laptop. But when you work on an interstate case like this, the FBI you confer with, and they work side by side.
Right.
Because it's interstate, you use the FBI. That laptop was turned over to the FBI. The NYPD people did not take all that stuff off there. Little birdies told me there was very confidential stuff as far as with Hillary.
State.gov emails were on Anthony Weiner's laptop.
Well, listen, I actually read one thing, and again, I doubt it's true, but I did read. There was one that specifically talked about Chris Stevens buying illegal arms and basically letting Chris Stevens die rather than deal with the repercussions.
I know there's some damaging stuff on there, but just think how smart is Hillary to be sending these emails to who's her mother's the head of the the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's another thing.
What is she doing?
The Journal.
With if Hillary becomes the president, my friend Hillary Clinton, if she becomes the president, she better get rid of her.
Hillary's right-hand woman.
She would never pass a background.
Comes from a family of Jew haters and pro-terrorist people.
Right. And
Hillary's right-hand woman.
Muslim, they have offices in London, and my problem is they go right into the Bin Laden family, and they're supportive of all these terrorists. We got better do a background. Here's what I say to my friends from the FBI.
What does that say about her judgment?
Well, here's what I say to my friends in the FBI. If Hillary Clinton does get elected, we should do a background on Huma and see her contacts with terrorist groups, and she won't pass a damn background. And she should not be in the White House with Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton, if you become the president, you got to get rid of Huma and Boomba and Skooma.
Well, it sounds to me like you're more upset with the people in and around Hillary Clinton than actually Hillary herself.
My whole thing again. I'm not going to hide it like Imus says. I am for Donald Trump.
Right.
The reason is I can't deal with the last 8 years. I don't want 4 years. I want to strengthen military. I want to get rid of Obamacare. I am for Donald Trump. I'll be with him Tuesday night at his election campaign headquarters. But if Hillary wins, I want to bring America together.
Right.
And by bringing America together...
You're not going to stand outside and bitch and yell and scream.
No, we're going to bring it together.
Yes.
But I want Hillary to get rid of Huma, get rid of the Brotherhood, get rid of people that are bad to our country.
Tainted by Anthony Weiner.
Yeah.
And now listen, have you ever been to sex rehab yourself?
Sex rehab?
Yeah.
No, I watch porno. Why? What's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong
You
with
do too.
Yeah.
You watch free porno.
Well, I checked out the latest the person who alleged that Donald Trump groped her or kissed her in the hotel in Palm Springs, Jessica Drake.
Yeah.
I did check that out. And yes, so porno is there, and it's rather appealing.
Yeah, but
I must
it's
say.
a lot more safer, Sid,
Yeah.
for you to watch porno
Right.
rather than going to cheat inside of town.
Of course.
And then all of a sudden you're doing this. You know what? In the confines of your home, whatever boat's your boat, man. That's
all.
the way it is.
Right.
That's
Free country,
and
man.
You're not,
Yeah, but watching porn, to me, now, look, obviously, everything you have to do
I
with
never did that stuff where you have a girl online. I never did
Right,
that stuff.
that when you start doing that, watching too much porn is not good either, but that's fine.
I think
But
it gives you pimples.
It does, but when you start to go out and you start to text young
Helps
girls,
you grip.
that goes above and beyond watching
Yeah,
porn.
I mean, what adult man would get turned on by a little girl?
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a wiener. And you know what a wiener should do? And there should be no plea. They should lock them up, hit them the highest count, and send them 20 years. I'd like them to be up in Attica too, a nice state pen, nice state penitentiary there where you can meet the guys up there. You know, he's got a great
Well,
body. He loves his body. I'm sure the guys up there in the shower love his
He could
body.
be somebody's wife.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. Again, Bo Dietl with us right now. Go to the website today, boformayor.com, BOFORMAYOR.com. You're serious about this. I've been to that page. I've been to your Twitter page. This is no joke. And, of course, we are
Well, I
endorsing
just
you.
asked for an endorsement today coming in here.
Well, you've got it.
No, I mean also the endorsement from my friend for probably 40 years, one of the great New Yorkers of all times, and say what you want about him. He loves this city like I love it.
Who's that?
And I asked for his endorsement with Curtis.
Oh,
and
Curtis.
Curtis has a line there too that I'm going to meet the chairman. He's the chairman of a line, and I asked him. I said, "Look, you're the chairman. Whatever I got to do, we'll break some bread at Rayo's. We'll have some meatballs.
There you go.
And I tell you what, I would love Curtis because Curtis to back me because Curtis is a true New Yorker.
And the people love
He
him.
loves this
Everybody
place.
loves him.
I
Everybody
love
loves
him
him.
too.
Yeah.
And what he does for this city is beyond anything.
So about a year out now, because we've been talking about Trump and Clinton for almost 2 years. What does Bo Dietl do now, almost on a daily basis, to prepare yourself for this big time run? What do you do?
I like tonight. I'm going up to Harlem. I'm meeting with groups. I was with Eric Adams the other day in Brooklyn. Eric Adams, the borough
He's
president.
a good guy.
I'm meeting everybody, and you know what? I want the support of all 5 boroughs, all the people of New York. All my people.
Bo is reaching out. And
BoForMayor.com,
that's right,
baby.
BoForMayor.com.
Yeah.
Bo Dietl's going to be the next mayor. He's going to be debating de Blasio. It's going to be an interesting year.
Can't wait.
We'll get past his next
We
Tuesday.
may do a cage match.
I love it.
Now
I
you're
love
talking.
it. Hey, Bo, thanks for appearing.
you.
Good
Love
luck
you.
to you.
Hey, love you guys. You guys are great.
Back on the Bernie and Sid show. Thank you, Bo, after this.
77 WABC. Traffic.